Hey guys, my name is Jason Hamilton. I'm the Nerdy Novelist, and on this channel we talk about all of the different ways that technology can improve the way we write. And in this video I've got kind of a fun one. We're talking about how I made this little figurine here of one of my characters from my Roots of Creation series. We're going to build something just like this for a different character, and I'm going to show you the entire process that I went through to create this. By the way, I am not an artist. This was my best attempt at painting this thing. Which I think I did okay for my first attempt. But regardless, if you are a minifigure aficionado, you're going to be able to really enjoy this video. So as far as what you'll need for this video, this one does require a 3D printer. Most people, if you don't have a 3D printer, you can access one through, there's usually some like local tech shops or something like that where you can get somebody to print something for you. And that's relatively inexpensive to do. But I did just get a recent 3D printer myself just to play around with, mostly as a hobby for myself, and as part of that I created this thing and I really enjoyed the whole process. So I'm going to show you how I did it. All right, so the character that we're going to do together is this character of mine, and her name is Alice. She's one of the most important characters in my entire universe. She's sort of a time-traveling superhero who, if you've ever seen the movie The Adjustment Bureau, where you have people actually going through and tweaking the timeline, that's kind of what she does. This is a concept art that I commissioned a while ago, so this is not an AI art thing or anything like that, but it is a little bit rough, and I did take what it gave me and put it through Gemini's Nano Banana model, and got this one. This is probably the most perfect look at this character that I've ever seen. It's exactly how I picture her, and it's really well done, Gemini. I was so happy when I got this. And here's a look at her with some glowing eyes. Here's another look at her that I got out of Gemini, and then here's a close-up look of her face. Again, absolutely perfect imagining of this particular character. So I would like to actually make a figure out of this. Probably make one that's about the same height as this one, but I think because this character is so pivotal to my world, I might make a bigger one, like maybe 12 inches or something like that. So we're going to start by taking all of these assets that I have of her, and we're going to put them into Nano Banana to create a version of the character that looks like a figure like this. All right, so let's start there. So I'm going to be using Nano Banana inside of Higgsfield.ai, which, because of the plan I'm on, I actually get unlimited Nano Banana usage, which is nice. You can also use just Nano Banana inside of Gemini if you have a subscription to that, or through Open Router, which costs a couple of cents per generation. But I'm just going to use this. You definitely don't have to use Higgsfield to do this. And I'm going to start by essentially importing all of those images that I have so far, the concept art for this character, and say, I want to imagine this character as a tabletop gaming minifigure. Could you create a version of this character complete with a base plate that looks like a highly detailed 3D model? And this is important here. I always add the background should be completely white, and the camera should be facing the figure head on. And if there's any other specific details about the pose you want the character to be in, I would add that as well. So we say something like, have her be posed with both arms facing down and her cape hanging naturally behind her, something like that. And from here, we can just go ahead and I'll select unlimited here so I'm not using up any of my credits, and we'll maybe give it a batch of 4 so I can see a couple of different options. We'll go ahead and see what that does. Oh, I already made a mistake. First of all, I want this to be square. So let's try that again. Okay, so I have a couple of options here. This one is probably my favorite of this batch. Even though it's not in color, I don't need it to be in color because when I 3D print it, it's not going to be colored. I'm going to have to add all of that detail myself. But I think actually, because I called it a tabletop minifigure, it's giving me these sort of thick versions of the character. And other than this one, I would like to try maybe something that is a little more detailed and can give me, that would just look a little bit better in a larger size. So I'm going to try this again. Okay, now it's actually looking a little too detailed, and I like this one the most, except it gave me what is actually obviously the Avengers logo here, which is not the same logo that she has on her suit. And I like this one okay, but again, I'm not sure this would really work as a 3D model. So actually, I'm just going to go back to this one. I think this one is probably the best. It's simple enough that I'm pretty sure it'll print well. And yeah, I think this is good. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to download this one. I'm going to call it Analyst Front. Because now, one of the great things about Nano Banana is that it can really hold the context of an image and modify it in just the right ways. Because what we want to do now is get a side version from the left and the right side, and then from the back. And so what we're going to do now is I'm going to, here in Higgsfield, I can just say reference, bring in that reference there, just that image. So I can delete all of these other images. And be like, please give me a left side angle of this 3D model. I'll go ahead and generate that. And while that's going, I will say, please give me a right side angle of this model. And now we'll say back facing angle of this 3D model. And we'll see what those look like. All right, and here we go. We have now the back side of it, these both look pretty much identical. I'm just going to choose one of those and download it. Now on the left side, so first of all, it doesn't always get the right side right, but this one does look about right for that side. And then these two look more or less, they're almost the same. There's some slight differences. I'm going to select this one. I think it looks a little better. But on the whole, these look pretty much identical. Like they're part of the same identical model. So we can definitely use those. All right, and so that's step number one, is we get all of these different angles. Step number two is actually create a 3D model from this. And the reason I didn't go directly to an AI 3D model generator is because, first of all, they're not that great currently. They can't really take reference images like the ones I had to make sure that the model looks like my character. And if it gets it wrong and I try to regenerate or I just want to tweak one thing, it doesn't actually work. What it does is it just regenerates the model completely and you end up with something completely different. So for that reason, that's why we started here in Nano Banana, to give us all of the different angles of this character. So now the next step is I'm going to go to this tool called Hitem3D.ai. I haven't done the research to know if this is the best one out there. It's the one that I saw demonstrated from another YouTuber that did a process like this. And they do give you, I think, like one free 3D model a month. So you can try this out for yourself without having to pay. I did pay a little extra so I could get a couple extra models, but I really only probably will keep it for a month or two to play around with some of these model ideas. So once you're in Hitem3D, you can go to where it says multi-view to 3D and upload your front view, your back view, your left view, and your right view. So let's go ahead and do that now. I just drag and drop everything over. And then down here where it says generate type, you want to select geometry because you don't need the texture here. And in this case, the texture is actually just a solid gray. We don't need that. We just want the geometry. So we're going to go ahead and generate that. And then this step will take a little while it goes through and actually creates the model. Quick pause. If you're an author who wants to start writing more books, I put together my complete AI prompt pack that helped me and many others in my community write a book in a month, often more. It's completely free. Hit the link in the description, join the free waitlist for Story Hacker Gold. Then you just answer a couple quick questions and I'll send you the full prompt list plus a few extra free goodies. I'll also email you when I open the paid Story Hacker Gold group so you can join if it feels right. There's no commitment to join though, and you'll still be able to get all of the freebies you signed up for either way. All right, back to the video. Okay, so after having gone back and forth with this a little bit, I've found that these 3D model generators are not infallible. In fact, for some reason, even though for this model that I made here, the first attempt at that pretty much nailed everything. Like I thought they got the detail on this perfectly and I was able to print it out no problem. But for some reason, for this particular model that we're trying to do here, it just isn't getting it. Specifically for text and things like that. First of all, I don't know what it's doing with her face here. Like there's something very, very wrong about that. But second of all, the symbol here on her chest is not at all the symbol I want it to be. And after having tried this many times, I've found that it's just not getting this right and never even gets pretty close at all. So the solution here would be to essentially send it to a 3D modeler to tweak it up. Or if you happen to know a few 3D model skills yourself, I'm sure it would not be that difficult to get the right symbol there. Although you might have to spend some time getting your face right. I did try out another 3D model generator just to see if I could get that to work. And that one is called Meshy. And I do think it actually got like her proportions and the face a lot better, but it also struggled with that symbol. The superhero symbol on her chest. This is the one that I ended up going with because it's the closest to what I was looking for. And it's just a circle there on her chest. And so I figure I could just paint in the correct symbol for that. So I am going to print this out and see how it goes. But I might actually reach out to a modeler because there are some other issues here that might cause issues in the print. Like there's a fairly large gap between the of her back and the cape itself. So we'll just see how this goes. But I'm going to go ahead and get this one set up to 3D print. And certainly for characters are definitely more complicated. So you're probably more likely to run into issues like that. You just got to keep working with it until you get something that you like. For other things like actual objects and things like that, I'm sure it's actually much easier. I noticed the base plate, it absolutely nailed, and pretty much all of them got the base plate right here because it was a little bit more geometrical. So instead, we're going to go here to this model right here. This is Bamboo Studio, which I use to print out my models. As you can see here, I've already uploaded the character in here. And for you nerds out there for 3D printing, I'm printing this in basic PLA, white, and basically turning up the quality on the printer as high as it'll go. And that will mean that it prints longer, but there will be fewer layer lines. When I go to see what it's going to look like with supports, let's see, let's enable those. Okay, now that I've added supports, it's clear there's lots of little issues that it's preparing for, lots of overhangs and things. So that might complicate the print a little bit, but overall, I think it's doable. We'll just have to see. There's no supports that I can see on the inside of the cape, which is good. So I think this is going to be doable. I am now going to get this started on my 3D printer, and it'll take about 8 hours to print this little thing. Because I'm printing it at a high quality, it'll take longer. So stay tuned. I will probably put some images on the channel. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see those. But this is essentially the process of actually taking something that is, you know, abstract in your books and actually producing a tangible object that you can actually hold in your hand. I think this has great implications for the future. Obviously, a little work needs to happen with these 3D model generators to make them a little bit more, have a little bit more attention to detail. But, you know, as is said a lot in this industry, this is the worst it's ever going to be. It's only going to get better from here. So let's go ahead and subscribe so you can see what this looks like later, and I'll see you in the next video.